Hi everyone, my name is Hamza, and today I'm going to be reviewing Daniel Caesar's latest full-length album, Case Study oh 01. Daniel Caesar is a singer and songwriter. He is known for his silky smooth, seductive brand of R&B. He's kind of carved out a niche for himself in the industry, I would say. I think that his last record, Freudian, was probably the best R&B record of that year. Don't at me. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing you kind of have to keep in mind when you're listening to Case Study oh 01 is that it is a very dark album. I mean, he has themes of entropy, of the heat death of the universe. He has quotes from Oppenheimer about how the famous "I am become death, destroyer of worlds" as the opening line. I mean, the chorus for the first song, Entropy, is "How can this be? I finally found peace. Just how long till she stripped from me?" Right? Like, I feel bad for the man. So naturally, when I heard this, I was like, okay, I have to do some research. What was his headspace when he recorded this album? And it turns out the man was depressed. The man, after Freudian, he was having some family issues. He was having some, I guess, romance issues. I think it was a breakup. That kind of contributes to the lyrics of this album, and I kind of dig it. Not gonna lie, I really do like it. In terms of, I guess, the production, it's very minimalist compared to Freudian. You know, you're not getting those huge orchestral swells as much. It feels personal. That's how I would term this album. It feels much more personal than Freudian. When I would put on Freudian to kind of set the tone for a couple of people, I would put on Case Study oh 01 as a very introspective album. The music itself is very self-referential. Are You Okay has this kind of lullaby-like melody with very relaxing motifs and callbacks to Japanese denim through background vocals. There are, lots of references to previous projects and present-day controversies, such as his Insta Live racism comments towards the end. Again, he's not really yelling it out. I guess he's kind of more implying it. I would say that while this album is not nearly as memorable as Freudian, it is definitely something that should be appreciated in his discography, and it is a very, welcome change of pace. The features of this album are very nice. For example, Pharrell. He does this trademark 4-bar intro. I definitely appreciate that. Superposition with John Mayer. That is a beautiful, 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 beautiful guitar line. Of course, the duo track with Brandy. I'm looking at, some comments, some forums, and it's a very underrated track because not a lot of people like it, and I dig it. I think that it's one of the kind of rare glimpses of, seductive Daniel Caesar on this album, and I appreciate that so much. Tracks flow super well into each other, which I appreciate. One thing that I did kind of have an issue with, well, not really an issue with, but I'm kind of concerned for his kind of his future, is that he did basically no promo for this album. And while as a I guess like a purist, as a music connoisseur, I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I like that. As someone who's kind of commercially minded, this album is not going to get a lot of hits because it's not as easy listening. It's not as soothing. There's not even really like a lead single on this. I would say that the best songs are Entropy, Superposition, Are You Okay? But all those songs are not really super like entry level. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say here is that I do not want you listening to this album as your entry to Daniel Caesar, because he has a lot more entry level projects, singles that are just easier listening, that are just nicer on the ears, and that kind of get you primed up for this album. Because again, Daniel Caesar typically does not do this. Pilgrim's Paradise, that's smooth. Freudian, smooth. All of his singles, smooth. And then you get this, and it's like, oh my god, this man is hurting. It's almost like his blonde, I would say, or even not really endless, but you could definitely draw comparisons. Um, this album works much better as a collected project. Listen, instead of having easily listenable singles like Freudian. With the elements of spoken word, it's very involved for the listener. There has to be much more conscious effort to listen and enjoy the music, which again is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a change of pace. As a sophomore album, it is very impressive, and I am excited to see what direction he goes into next. Personally, I would love, I'm gonna keep saying that, another Freudian-esque project, give me some more seductive slow jams, please. But I definitely appreciate this album, because I have been kind of wanting a little bit more deeper lyrics from him. I have been wanting him to change it up, because one of the biggest complaints about this man was that all of his songs follow not really the same formula, but they have the same vibe, moving towards concepts such as the deep freeze, the inevitable death of everything. It's cool. I like it. I think you should stick with it. But yeah, give me another Freudian, man. I'm ready. If you enjoyed this review, please let me know. I really appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, something. Tell me something, guys. Tell me something. Subscribe if you want some more reviews, because I'm going to be pumping out a couple more in the future. I got Revenge of the Dreamers 3 lined up. I got Igor lined up, even though that one's a bit overdue, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more in the future, and I really want you guys to help me improve, because this is something that I've always wanted to do. Anyway, yeah, thank you.